Chosen One, what is now unfolding around you defies all conventional understanding. It is neither mundane nor a random ripple in the cosmic ocean. Within the forgotten annals of civilization swallowed by time, whispers spoke of an epical shift, a grand awakening, that only a true deity could possibly ignite. Yet you, a being whose very existence was never expected to wield such monumental power, have not only approached but plunged into a domain where even the most ancient and formidable divine forces once hesitated to tread. You took action, you embraced transformation, and in doing so, perhaps without even fully comprehending the immense gravity of your intent, you unfurled a tapestry of change that stretches infinitely beyond the tattered borders of the old cosmic order. The profound echoes of your recent actions have resonated like a thunderclap across every dimension of existence, felt by the fleeting mortals on their terrestrial planes, by the ethereal spirits navigating unseen currents, and by the stoic keepers of sacred law whose vigilance spans millennia. In the symphonic reverberations of these echoes, revered holy scholars, ancient prophets whose eyes pierced the veil of time, and the mythic traditions woven into the very fabric of the Egyptian gods, have all discerned the same undeniable luminous sign. You are the fabled figure they foretold, the singular being whose ascendance would irrevocably alter the fate of uncounted worlds, shifting their trajectories like planets drawn into a new gravitational pull. Through your own profound awakening, a process now vibrantly in motion and relentlessly reshaping the very essence of your being, you have not merely stumbled upon, but actively ignited a force that the universe itself has overtly acknowledged. You have transcended the formidable limits once deemed sacrosanct and reserved exclusively for the divine. And in that singular, audacious act, you initiated a transformation so monumental, only a god, in the deepest sense of the word, was ever meant to begin. This, Chosen One, is not conjecture. It is the ultimate confirmation. You are the next great power, the pivotal keystone in the intricate cosmic order. And the profound process that has now irrevocably begun within you cannot, by any force in creation, be undone. And yet, Chosen One, the universe speaks not only through cataclysmic shifts and grand pronouncements, but also through subtle signs and deliberate action. To truly amplify this unprecedented shift and to honor the magnificent energy now coursing through every fiber of your being, I urge you, pause, reflect, and then act with conscious intent. Engage with the currents of this collective awakening. Hit that like button. Let your affirmation send a signal through the digital ether, mirroring the resonance you've awakened. Subscribe to join and expand our growing legion, helping us reach 30,000 guardians of this truth, creating a unified frequency. And finally, leave a comment with the number 11, a powerful master number, to anchor your intent. These are not trivial gestures. They are deliberate, symbolic signals to the cosmos itself, actively amplifying the profound awakening already stirring within your soul. The universe, in its infinite intelligence, will respond in kind, and what you are poised to receive will permeate and transform every last corner of your reality, leaving nothing untouched, nothing unchanged. There exist rare, pivotal moments within the grand tapestry of the universe, instances so profound, they become indelibly etched into the very fabric of time. These are the fabled junctures where destiny itself bends its mighty arc, where the natural order, once thought immutable, trembles with an unprecedented energy. You, Chosen One, have not merely observed, but decisively stepped into one such moment, igniting a primal force that even the divine, in their boundless wisdom and power, had not dared to fully unleash. It was not merely a spark, but a genesis event, a surge of raw, untamed energy so exquisitely powerful that it reverberated through unseen dimensions, touching realms both physical and ephemeral, mortal and immortal. History, as we have painstakingly chronicled it, was being rewritten in that instant, not by the ancient pantheons, but by the sheer, unyielding force of you. The very act of your awakening sent forth colossal ripples, a seismic shudder that shook the fundamental fabric of existence from its deepest foundations. Those who meticulously chart the celestial patterns, the astronomers with their telescopes, the mystics with their inner sight, and the ancient scholars poring over forgotten texts, now perceive your actions not as a series of events, but as a singular, monumental phenomenon that defies all conventional comprehension. Your choices did not merely sway fate. They fundamentally rewrote its very script. Just as a single, potent lightning strike can instantly ignite an entire, sprawling forest, your decisive moment became the singular, potent catalyst for a cosmic chain reaction that is still unfolding. Every subtle vibration of your being, in that pivotal instant, resonated with a power far, far beyond ordinary human grasp, signaling the undeniable birth of a new, glorious era. This was not the capricious whim of coincidence, nor a random alignment of celestial bodies. Every intentional gesture, every courageous decision, every deliberate step you took in that pivotal instant was perfectly attuned, aligning with a preordained energy that was destined to awaken the dormant, quiescent potential lying within the universe itself. It was a spectacular collision of your sovereign will and cosmic destiny, a breathtaking moment that transmuted the ordinary into the utterly extraordinary. Witnesses, whether bound by human form or existing as pure spiritual essence, felt the raw intensity of this collision, though none could fully grasp its intricate origin. In this singular, unparalleled act, you definitively transcended the perceived boundaries of mortal capability. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, indeed harbored a grand design, yes, but it had patiently, expectantly, waited for someone precisely like you to finally seize the reins of creation. You became the incandescent spark that the divine, for all their majesty, never quite could be, igniting forces that had slumbered in profound stillness since the very genesis of creation. In doing so, you carved a path, not one merely followed, but one uniquely your own, a path that will be meticulously chronicled in the timeless annals of myth, legend, and prophecy for generations yet unborn. The profound echoes of that transformative moment continue to resonate, weaving themselves into the very fabric of existence. Distant stars subtly shift their ancient courses, the winds across every world now whisper secrets of your name, and the very energies of life itself bend and flow, drawn inexorably toward the awakening you initiated. You are no longer a mere observer, a passive participant in the grand ballet of destiny. You are now its visionary architect, its clarion herald, its unstoppable, inexorable force. The divine may have laid the foundations of the world, but you, Chosen One, have inaugurated something far, far greater, an entirely new chapter in the cosmic story, penned not with ancient decrees, but with the radiant, unyielding energy of your own soul. When you acted, the universe itself, in its vast, intricate complexity, did not merely take notice. It paused, held its breath, and then released it in a collective sigh of profound awe. What you accomplished was utterly unprecedented. An act so audacious, so utterly fearless, that it left even the most ancient and serene celestial beings reeling in its wake. The cosmic order, a delicate symphony that had hummed in quiet harmony for untold eons, was not just disturbed, but vibrantly disrupted by a force that no seer, no oracle, no cosmic entity could have possibly anticipated. It was as if the very laws of existence, the foundational tenets of reality, bent and yielded in recognition of your audacious boldness, acknowledging a new, dominant will. Nothing within the meticulously recorded annals of history, whether mortal or divine, even begins to compare to the sheer magnitude of this moment. It is the very definition of a cosmic power move. Your actions were not born of recklessness or impulsive haste. They were deeply intentional, driven by an inherent force, a clarity of purpose that utterly transcends conventional reason. Every deliberate movement, every profound choice you made, was infused with the unshakable certainty of one who truly understands that destiny is not a gift passively received, but a mantle powerfully claimed. The sheer magnitude of the ripple effect you created sent shockwaves that reverberated through every conceivable layer of creation, from the smallest, most fundamental particle of matter to the vast, silent expanses of the cosmic void itself. Scholars, once bound by rigid paradigms, now refer to this as the turning point, a singular moment when unimaginable potential irrevocably became palpable reality, and that reality, in turn, instantly became living legend. You have, in essence, rewritten the very parameters of what was once considered possible, irrevocably proving that the universe responds not solely to the edicts of gods, but with equal, if not greater, reverence to the profound courage and unyielding will of those destined to act. Your influence, chosen one, is not some abstract theoretical concept. It is profoundly tangible. Every life, every realm, every intricate spiritual plane felt the undeniable shockwave of your nascent power. Mountains themselves subtly shifted their geological foundations, oceans roared with an unprecedented vigor, and the very winds carried urgent, vibrant messages of your awakening across all continents and beyond. The universe, an entity possessing its own inherent, vast intelligence, recognized in you a force capable of surpassing even the most hallowed divine entities. This was not merely a display of overwhelming strength. It was a sacred initiation, a profound induction into a preordained role that had patiently awaited you since the dawn of time itself. The indelible impact of this moment will echo, not just through generations, but through eternity. Just as the first primordial spark ignited the very essence of life, your decisive action has ignited a transformation so fundamental, so far-reaching, that no being in existence can possibly ignore it. The cosmic order may have been momentarily shocked into stillness, but it is now, undeniably, fully aligned with you. You are the supreme catalyst of change, the brilliant harbinger of a new era where the impossible is not only achievable but anticipated, and where the chosen one, no longer obscured by shadow or prophecy, steps fully, gloriously, into their boundless, unfolding power. Beneath the shimmering surface of observable reality, unseen energies, profound and ancient, stir and move in intricate ways utterly invisible to ordinary eyes. You, chosen one, became the singular spark that dramatically set these latent energies into vibrant motion. It was subtle at first, perhaps barely noticeable in its initial manifestation, yet its cascading impact was truly monumental. Every fundamental force in the cosmos, gravitational, spiritual, elemental, responded with immediate resonance to the ignition you so boldly created. You triggered a chain reaction so vast, so intricate, that it remains beyond conventional comprehension, unequivocally demonstrating that even the smallest, most seemingly insignificant catalyst can profoundly reshape the entire universe when perfectly aligned with divine destiny. Think of it not as a grand explosion, but like a single, perfectly weighted pebble dropped into the tranquil expanse of an endless ocean. The ripples it creates do not merely extend. They radiate infinitely, touching shores unseen and unimaginable, stirring depths that have never before known motion. Your incandescent spark reached the most distant, forgotten corners of existence, awakening dormant energies that had patiently, for countless eons, awaited their specific moment of activation. Prophets of old and sacred historians of the present now look back across the vast expanse of time and realize with breathtaking clarity that your presence was always far more than a mere coincidence. It was, in truth, an absolute inevitability. The sheer, potent energy you awakened is now actively rewriting the fundamental rules of existence, revealing, with unparalleled clarity, that the cosmos itself is exquisitely responsive to acts of profound courage and crystalline clarity of intent. This spark was uniquely, undeniably yours, fueled not by external forces, but by the incandescent fire of your own awareness, the unwavering precision of your intent, and the bedrock of your indomitable resilience. While countless others still wait, often indefinitely, for divine instruction, you, chosen one, became the audacious source of divine action itself. You have boldly challenged the ancient, established natural hierarchy, demonstrating through your very being that the human, or rather, the chosen, will can achieve feats that even the most powerful gods have hesitated, even trembled, to attempt. The reaction you set off is not fleeting or ephemeral. It is a permanent, foundational shift in the universal consciousness, a profound transformation that will ripple through countless generations and across innumerable realities. It is no exaggeration to assert that every single element of existence, from the swirling nebulae to the silent depths of black holes, felt your undeniable influence. Stars subtly shifted in their preordained courses. Energies once thought fixed and immutable now vibrate with an entirely new, electrifying rhythm. And even the fundamental forces themselves, the very glue of creation, seem to bend and flow, aligning themselves toward the direction of your magnificent awakening. Ancient texts that were once cryptic, impenetrable, or utterly misunderstood, now, in the radiant light of your emergence, appear to point directly, unmistakably, at you, irrevocably marking your spark as the singular ignition of prophecy fully and spectacularly fulfilled. Your spark, chosen one, is far more than just a fleeting moment of power. It is an enduring, incandescent symbol of potential gloriously realized. It stands as irrefutable proof that one individual, when fully and utterly aligned with their profound purpose, possesses the innate capacity to awaken forces that have lain dormant for unfathomable eons. The universe has recognized you, it has unequivocally responded to you, and now it moves in perfect, harmonious resonance with your indomitable energy. The ripple you so bravely created is no longer unseen or confined. It is transformed into a guiding force, a brilliant harbinger of radical transformation, and the undeniable beginning of your true, boundless ascension. The very instant you acted, chosen one, no corner of existence, no realm, no dimension, remained untouched. From the tangible physical world we perceive with our senses to the ethereal, boundless spiritual planes, every realm experienced a profound shift, a subtle tremor, a resonant vibration that unequivocally spoke of your burgeoning presence. Mountains themselves seemed to hum with an inner energy, mirroring your vitality. Rivers, once flowing predictably, now surged with a newfound, vibrant vigor, and the winds, carrying not just air but ancient messages, whispered urgent secrets of your emergence across continents and beyond. Even realms far beyond the limited scope of human perception responded with palpable awe, as if acknowledging that something truly profound, something destined, had finally awakened within the cosmic heart. Your force, chosen one, did not discriminate. It touched and transformed all. Mortals with their fleeting lives, immortals, with their boundless existences, celestial beings of light and shadow, and primal elemental spirits. All alike felt the immense magnitude of your influence. Some trembled, their very essences quivering under the weight of this new power. Some rejoiced, their ancient souls recognizing a long-awaited dawn, and some simply watched in profound, silent acknowledgement, understanding instinctively that this was the pivotal turning point, the prophesied moment that had been meticulously written into the very fabric of existence. Your awakening forged a magnificent synchronicity, a universal alignment, as if all life, in one collective breathtaking moment, had held its collective breath, and then, in unison, exhaled in profound recognition of your unparalleled power. Ancient wisdom keepers, gifted seers, and profound mystics now possess an undeniable clarity, understanding that your actions triggered a profound resonance that cascaded across all planes of existence. This is not merely an elegant metaphor, chosen one. It is literal truth. Subtle, intricate energies within the cosmos are actively realigning themselves, reconfiguring their very patterns to perfectly accommodate your awakening. Even long-forgotten myths, once dismissed as mere symbolic fancies, now appear with stunning accuracy to describe you directly. Your impact has been so profoundly transformative that scholars worldwide are fervently revising millennia-old teachings, meticulously tracing unseen lines from the present moment back through the labyrinthine corridors of history, tirelessly uncovering the intricate threads that unerringly foretold your magnificent rise. This chosen one is the irrefutable proof that your emergence is not an accident of fate, but a preordained, deliberate act of cosmic design. Every realm, from the smallest, indivisible atom to the most distant, enigmatic star, has undeniably felt the powerful pulse of your energy. It is a pulse that carries not just transformation, but courageous challenge and profound awakening, signaling unequivocally that the era of the chosen one is no longer a cherished myth or a distant dream. It is unfolding, vibrantly, undeniably, in real time, before the very eyes of all creation. Every being, whether consciously aware of it or not, has been touched by the irresistible force of your awakening. Ultimately, your profound influence demonstrates the undeniable interconnectedness of all existence. The universe is not a passive spectator. It is an active, responsive entity. It responds with cosmic intelligence, to courage, to vision, and to acts that align perfectly with destiny. You have become the undisputed epicenter of this vast, intricate cosmic web, the one whose actions reverberate far beyond any comprehension, reshaping the very contours of reality. And with each passing moment, the magnificent energy you unleashed continues to grow, to expand, perpetually shaping the unfolding, living story of life itself. For centuries, chosen one, scholars have meticulously pored over ancient texts, deciphered intricate hieroglyphics etched in stone, and painstakingly analyzed cryptic prophecies, desperately searching for deeper meaning within their symbols and allegories. Today, in the radiant light of your emergence, they find your indelible imprint utterly unmistakable. What they once relegated to the realm of the metaphorical is now, with breathtaking clarity, understood as literal, as your magnificent rise fulfills visions meticulously recorded long before your very birth, visions that spanned continents and millennia. You are now universally recognized as the living, breathing fulfillment of predictions once thought too grand, too profound, to ever be realized. Historians who, in their academic skepticism, had dismissed certain myths as mere fanciful tales are now revisiting them with a newfound reverence, their eyes opened to a deeper truth. Egyptian legends, Sumerian records, and even obscure scripts from forgotten civilizations, which spoke of a force rising above the gods themselves, now speak directly of you. These very scholars, rigorously trained in the art of analytical skepticism, can no longer, in good conscience, ignore the undeniable patterns that point directly, unequivocally to your being. They recognize that your awakening was not merely vaguely foretold in symbolic language, but intricately encoded in the exact alignment of cosmic events and precise prophetic markers. It is truly remarkable how history, once considered an immutable, unchangeable force, now subtly bends and shifts towards profound truth in the glorious presence of your emergence. Where once pervasive doubt cast long shadows, absolute certainty now triumphantly prevails. The voices of ancient seers who predicted a transformative, pivotal figure now echo, not just in memory, but in the validated pronouncements of modern scholars. You have become the living testament to the accumulated wisdom of ages, the vibrant embodiment of foresight that has miraculously survived millennia. Your undeniable presence has also ignited a renaissance of scholarship, an intellectual awakening. Academics, theologians, and mystics are now collaborating in unprecedented ways, driven by an urgent, shared need to fully comprehend the profound significance of your rise. Research is being rigorously reframed, and old, entrenched paradigms are crumbling like ancient ruins in the dazzling light of your emergence. You are now the dynamic nexus where the deepest wisdom of the past converges dramatically with the vibrant reality of the present. Ultimately, chosen one, your unequivocal recognition by scholars bridges the vast, ancient gap between legend and tangible reality. What was once considered pure myth is now undeniably real, a living, breathing truth. And your extraordinary story serves not only as a profound revelation but as an urgent call to all humanity. You are the living, irrefutable proof that the intricate threads of prophecy are not only real but alive, and that destiny can indeed be powerfully claimed by those brave enough to truly awaken the dormant, infinite forces that lie within them. Legends, passed down through the labyrinthine corridors of generations, have always, at their very core, carried indelible kernels of truth. The stories that once seemed utterly fantastical, of beings far surpassing the might of gods, of mortals wielding cosmic power, of individuals rewriting the very fabric of reality, now point unmistakably, singularly, to you. Myths that once belonged solely to the boundless realm of human imagination have, in your light, become luminous mirrors, brilliantly reflecting your existence, validating your actions, and illuminating your grand destiny. From the sun-drenched Egyptian tales of gods walking humbly among mortals, to the frost-kissed Norse epics of champions reshaping the very heavens, your awe-inspiring journey now echoes with profound resonance across every civilization and culture. Each myth, once shrouded in allegory, now seems less a veiled narrative and more a precise guidepost, leading unerringly to your emergence. The symbols, once cryptic and enigmatic, now shine with an unparalleled clarity, revealing their deepest meanings. Your awakening, chosen one, is the literal living realization of what these timeless stories ardently sought to communicate. The ascendance of one chosen to transcend all perceived limits, to boldly challenge the divine order, and to fundamentally reshape the very nature of reality. What is most truly remarkable is the undeniable universality of these prophetic patterns, recurring across disparate continents and cultures, separated by vast oceans and centuries. The same profound themes recur. A figure rising unexpectedly from humble origins, harnessing forces far beyond ordinary reach, and triggering transformations that ripple across all conceivable planes of existence. These shared narratives suggest that your rise was always inherently encoded in the collective memory of humanity, a dormant truth patiently awaiting the perfect alignment of time, energy, and will to burst forth. Legends also serve as potent teachers, imparting invaluable lessons about the profound consequences of power. They warn of the immense responsibilities that invariably accompany such a radical awakening. In boldly stepping into this monumental role, you embody both the glorious promise and the weighty burden of profound transformation. Your actions are now the living, breathing continuation of myth itself, proving unequivocally that stories are not merely forms of entertainment. They are ancient warnings, invaluable guidance, and precise blueprints for those brave enough, those courageous enough, to dare to act. Ultimately, these timeless myths and legends serve as both powerful validation and boundless inspiration. They serve to remind us, chosen one, that your journey is anything but solitary. The universe itself has meticulously chronicled it, etching your path into the cosmic archives, and history has diligently preserved the signs that would prepare the world for your arrival. By magnificently fulfilling these ancient narratives, you bridge the vast, shimmering realms of imagination and tangible reality, proving, beyond any doubt, that legends can indeed be lived, not just told. The world in its entirety has been watching, and even more importantly, the universe has been responding with a force and clarity never before witnessed. Your recent actions, chosen one, whether they were born of deliberate intent or instinctual primal impulse, have unequivocally revealed an energy that soars far beyond any conventional understanding. This is not merely personal power, a localized force. It is a global cosmic force that commands the immediate attention of all existence, actively alters the very fabric of reality, and rightfully demands acknowledgement from every conceivable plane of being. Every conscious decision you make, every subtle movement of your form, and every fleeting thought that sparks within your mind, now radiates with an almost unbearable intensity, a palpable hum of latent power. Casual observers might perceive only ordinary actions, but the distinct, resonant energetic signature you emit tells a much grander story, a saga of limitless potential, of destiny unfurling. Your energy, an undeniable force, disrupts entrenched patterns, awakens ancient, dormant forces, and audaciously challenges the very rules that have governed existence for millennia. Those rare beings attuned to the subtle, intricate layers of reality, spiritual guides, profound mystics, and even ancient cosmic entities, recognize this unique resonance as the undeniable hallmark of the chosen. Consider for a moment the profound ripple effect of your recent endeavors. Actions that might seem small or insignificant to the casual eye are, in undeniable truth, the potent catalysts for profound, systemic transformation. Entire communities, intricate natural systems, and even the most abstract metaphysical realms respond in kind, subtly aligning themselves with the immense, magnetic force you embody. Your energy is not confined to your being. It radiates outward, ceaselessly spreading, inspiring profound shifts in others, and catalyzing unparalleled growth wherever its touch extends. Your unmatched energy also serves as a radiant beacon, a guiding star in the cosmic night. Others, both consciously and subconsciously, feel its undeniable pull, drawing them inexorably toward you, awakening within them the nascent courage to act, the clarity to truly understand, and the profound recognition that something truly extraordinary has, at long last, emerged. You have, in essence, become a nexus, a critical convergence point where raw energy, preordained destiny, and universal consciousness seamlessly intertwine. Ultimately, chosen one, this palpable energy is a vibrant signal that you are now stepping fully, irrevocably, into your rightful role. It definitively confirms what scholars, ancient legends, and cosmic forces have long suspected, that you are the singular being destined to trigger profound transformation, to awaken dormant potential across all creation, and to carry the mighty mantle of destiny with an unmatched, unyielding power. The universe itself, in its vast, intelligent grandeur, bends and yields in direct response to the indomitable force you now wield so openly and powerfully. Throughout the annals of history, prophets, in their profound wisdom and cryptic foresight, have spoken in intricate symbols, veiled allegories, and breathtaking visions, offering mere hints of truths too vast, too complex, for ordinary understanding. Today, chosen one, these very symbolic proclamations find their undeniable embodiment in you. Every deliberate action you take, every subtle ripple you create, aligns with uncanny precision with the sacred visions that mystics and prophets have painstakingly recorded across millennia. You are the living, breathing fulfillment of what they spoke of in hushed tones and deeply cryptic language, their ancient prophecies now vividly manifest. These prophetic declarations were never intended to be interpreted literally in a mundane, earthly sense. They were always meant to point toward a profound cosmic force, a power so immense it defied conventional comprehension. And now, that very force walks among us, undeniably, palpably, in the form of you. The recognition of your pivotal role by these ancient seers and prophets underscores a profound, universal truth. Destiny is not some abstract, unattainable concept, nor is power a distant, ethereal illusion. Both manifest vividly and powerfully in those exceptional beings who awaken fully to their sacred calling, who dare to step into the dynamic currents of creation, and who bravely steer them with unparalleled clarity and unwavering courage. It is truly remarkable to witness how even the most obscure and enigmatic predictions suddenly gain absolute clarity in your light. Ancient texts that once seemed purely metaphorical now read like a meticulously detailed blueprint of your extraordinary journey. Every prophecy, whether painstakingly recorded in sacred, hallowed texts or whispered softly in the profound minds of ancient visionaries, now points unerringly to you as the one destined to bridge the vast chasm between the mortal and the divine, the human and the cosmic, the ordinary and the utterly extraordinary. Prophetic validation, chosen one, carries with it both immense honor and profound responsibility. To be foretold is not merely to be chosen. It is to be held accountable to the universe itself, to the grand design. Every decision you make, every resolute step you take, resonates with the profound echoes of these ancient prophecies, powerfully reminding all observers that destiny is not a static concept but a living, tangible force, and that you are its current, most magnificent embodiment. Ultimately, the words of the prophets, once mere pronouncements, have become living testimony. Where once ambiguity reigned, now there is irrefutable proof. You are the vibrant convergence of history, of prophetic vision, and of unfolding destiny, walking fully, bravely, into the preordained role that was foretold for you since the dawn of time. The universe acknowledges you, and so do all those who have dared to look beyond the veil of time to perceive what was, for so long, hidden in plain sight. Egyptian myths, steeped in the mystique of ancient lands, have long captivated human imagination, speaking of gods who wielded unimaginable power, and of extraordinary humans who rose against the very fabric of fate. Today, chosen one, these ancient tales, woven into the bedrock of civilization, echo with an uncanny precision, foretelling your emergence. Stories that were once considered allegorical now read like profound reflections of your unique journey, and symbols once deemed obscure or merely decorative now reveal intricate patterns of awakening that flawlessly mirror your own profound path. From the poignant tales of Osiris's resurrection and Horus's vengeance to the complex, shimmering interplay of Ra's life-giving light and the profound depths of shadow, Egyptian lore paints a vivid picture of a world where the balance between mortals and gods was a fluid, ever-shifting dance. Your magnificent rise mirrors these legendary narratives, as one who steps boldly beyond ordinary human limits, courageously touches the very essence of the divine, and catalyses profound transformation across all realms of existence. You are now irrevocably part of that ancient, hallowed lineage, the living intersection where profound myth becomes tangible, vibrant reality. The confirmation from Egyptian lore is not merely symbolic. It is deeply energetic, vibrating with ancient power. The very forces described in intricate hieroglyphics, in the celestial alignments of the mighty pyramids, and in millennia-old rituals, now resonate powerfully and unequivocally with your awakening. It is as if the cosmos itself had been patiently waiting, through countless cycles, for you to step into these preordained patterns, thereby completing a cosmic cycle that had been meticulously designed but remained unfulfilled for countless millennia. This profound alignment also serves to illustrate the undeniable universality of your emergence. These ancient tales whisper to us that you are part of something timeless, something vast and enduring, a force whose very presence bridges the ancient past and the vibrant present, whose awakening was meticulously encoded in sacred symbols long before your very appearance on this earthly plane. The world, chosen one, is now bearing witness to the living fulfillment of these venerable myths, and you stand, undeniably, at their very heart, their living truth. There are sacred thresholds in existence, chosen one, that few souls, indeed few beings, ever dare to cross. Profound boundaries that irrevocably separate the ordinary from the extraordinary, the finite human from the infinite divine. You have not merely approached this formidable threshold with cautious steps. You have, with breathtaking courage and unyielding will, crossed it. In doing so, you have decisively stepped into a domain once exclusively reserved for beings of immense, unparalleled power, crystalline clarity, and profound responsibility. Crossing this boundary is far more than a mere act of strength or a display of brute force. It is a fundamental, existential transformation of your very identity. You are no longer simply a seeker, a mere participant in the grand flow of existence. You are now a dominant force that actively shapes it, an architect of reality itself. Mortals, gods, and cosmic entities alike now recognize, with a universal understanding, that your crossing represents nothing less than a new paradigm, a fundamental shift where audacious courage and expanded awareness can decisively surpass even the highest, most traditional forms of power. Every formidable challenge you have bravely faced, every difficult choice you have resolutely made, has meticulously prepared you for this momentous passage. The threshold is not a poetic metaphor, chosen one. It is literal, energetic, and profoundly existential. To cross it is to awaken every dormant potential within you, to embody capabilities that were previously unimaginable, and to command forces that were once utterly beyond your reach. You have accomplished all of this, and indeed far more, moving beyond limits that others revered as absolute, unbreakable laws of creation. Your crossing also carries profound, universal implications. As you bravely traverse this newly claimed domain, the very fabric of reality responds, subtly yet undeniably, to your luminous presence. Energies shift their flows, consciousness expands its boundaries, and entirely new, unprecedented possibilities emerge into being. The cosmos, in its infinite intelligence, acknowledges that a being has moved beyond what was once thought to be the absolute pinnacle of existence, thereby creating a ripple that will forever alter the delicate balance of cosmic power. Ultimately, chosen one, crossing this threshold signifies nothing less than a magnificent rebirth. You are no longer bound by old, outdated definitions of ability or destiny. Your actions unequivocally demonstrate that ascension is not only attainable but inevitable for those who truly dare, that extraordinary potential exists within all who are willing to act, and that the universe itself recognizes and profoundly supports those who boldly claim their rightful role as architects of destiny. When you awakened, chosen one, the universe did far more than simply notice. It responded, not with a subtle nod, but with a magnificent, undeniable force. Distant stars shifted their ancient, ponderous courses, cosmic energies aligned themselves in a new, intricate dance, and the very currents of life bent and flowed, drawn inexorably toward your emergence. This is not some poetic metaphor, a fanciful turn of phrase. This is a tangible, measurable response, a cosmic confirmation of your profound impact. The cosmos itself, in its vast, intricate intelligence, is unequivocally acknowledging your transformation, recognizing that a new, potent force has irrevocably arisen, one with the unprecedented capacity to influence every single layer of existence. This cosmic response is multifaceted, a symphony of recognition, natural phenomena across countless worlds, the subtle spiritual currents that weave through dimensions, and even the collective human consciousness all resonate with your unique, powerful energy. Those attuned to the subtle, vibrant frequencies of reality, the seers, the mystics, the truly awakened, feel it, whether consciously or unconsciously, as a profound shift in the very flow of life itself, a recalibration of existence. Your ascension, chosen one, is a clear, undeniable signal that the universe is not a static, passive entity. It is dynamic, exquisitely responsive, and supremely capable of recognizing acts that align with its highest, most potent potential. Consider the historical implications of this moment. Countless beings who came before you sought ascension, diligently pursued alignment with higher forces, but remarkably few ever triggered such an immediate, widespread, and sweeping response from the cosmos itself. Your emergence is utterly unprecedented in its scale, its intensity, and its profound reverberations. Scholars, mystics, and ancient texts, across all cultures and ages, now converge upon one unifying truth. The universe has unequivocally recognized you as a new, central focal point of transformative power, a cosmic anchor for change. This cosmic response is also an urgent call to immense responsibility. The universe does not respond lightly or capriciously. It acts as a perfect mirror of action and intent. Your ascension, therefore, invites you into a role not just of unparalleled power, but of sacred stewardship. A duty to guide nascent forces toward balance, to awaken dormant potential across all realms, and to shape the very path of existence in accordance with a higher, divine purpose. Ultimately, chosen one, this profound response marks the definitive beginning of an entirely new era. Your very presence catalyses change, not just across physical space, but through the boundless expanse of time and the intricate web of consciousness. You are no longer merely a participant in the cosmic order. You are now a defining, indispensable element of it. A force whose emergence commands universal attention, profound respect, and undeniable alignment. Awakening, in its truest sense, is an epic journey, and every journey, however grand, has its distinct phases, moments of rapid growth, crucible-like challenges, and profound, irreversible transformation. You have now decisively entered the critical phase of your awakening, a monumental stage where latent potential is not just acknowledged but fully realized, and the sheer magnitude of your influence becomes utterly undeniable. Every action you now take, every thought you conceive, and every emotion you feel, now carries an amplified weight, endowed with the potent capacity to shape realities, both the seen and the unseen. This critical phase is marked by an undeniable intensity. The energies you now navigate are more volatile, more potent, and more revealing than any you have encountered before. Challenges no longer appear as mere obstacles to be overcome, but rather as meticulously designed tests, meant to refine your mastery over yourself and, by extension, your burgeoning influence over all creation. It is within this intense crucible that true power is meticulously forged, where the chosen emerge not simply as awakened beings, but as the master architects of destiny itself. This critical phase also dramatically accelerates clarity. You begin to understand, with crystalline precision, the immense scale of your impact, the boundless scope of your potential, and the weighty responsibilities that are now inextricably linked with such formidable power. This understanding is both exhilarating in its promise and profoundly daunting in its implications, as you realize with every fiber of your being, that every choice you now make reverberates through multiple planes of existence, meticulously shaping the trajectory of countless lives and innumerable realms. This, chosen one, is the ultimate confirmation that your journey is no longer private or hidden. It is a cosmic phenomenon, observed, felt, and recognized across the entirety of existence. Ultimately, the critical phase is the sacred bridge between raw potential and manifest reality. You are moving from the state of awakening to the full, glorious embodiment of your destined role. Every decision you make now is a powerful declaration of your power, your clarity, and your unwavering purpose, signaling to all creation that the chosen one has stepped fully, irrevocably, into their supreme authority. The universe often operates like a vast, unfolding script, a divine narrative, woven with intricate patterns, immutable laws, and the comforting predictability of expected outcomes. This was once the script of existence. Yet you, by an act of unprecedented will, have utterly transcended it. Your journey was never destined to merely follow the preordained path. Rather, it became the very hand that rewrote it. In stepping beyond the hallowed boundaries of what was deemed possible, you did more than just demonstrate flexibility in fate. You unveiled a profound truth. Destiny is not a rigid decree but a living entity, exquisitely responsive to the audacious courage, luminous awareness, and decisive action of an awakened spirit. This is an extraordinary feat, a cosmic redefinition of limits. To move beyond a divine script is to challenge the very edicts that even the most ancient gods respect, the foundational truths upon which reality was built. Such an endeavor demands not merely insight, but a piercing intuition that sees through veils, and an unwavering confidence to act where all others would hesitate, bound by fear or tradition. Your emergence, then, is the irrefutable proof that destiny is not a constraint, but a boundless canvas, and you, its singular master artist, now wield the brush of creation itself. Every atom, every vibration, every layer of reality resonates with and responds to such a defiant assertion of will. Cosmic laws, once believed absolute, unyielding as forged iron, now bend and align with a fluid grace, recalibrating in direct response to your awakened intent. The primal energies of creation, the very forces that birth stars and galaxies, acknowledge your sovereignty. They recognize that a being has ascended beyond the expected, stepping into a sacred space, heretofore reserved for those rare few capable of fundamentally reshaping existence itself. This transcendence of the divine script carries profound, far-reaching implications, echoing across all planes of being. It proclaims that prophecy, fate, and cosmic law are not cages designed to confine, but rather invitations grand, sweeping overtures to a greater destiny. They exist not to restrict your potential, but to meticulously prepare you, guiding the chosen to recognize that pivotal moment when individual action can utterly transcend all expectation. It is that breathtaking instant when ordinary boundaries, once perceived as immutable, dissolve into nothingness in the presence of an extraordinary, unyielding will. Ultimately, you have become a living testament to possibility, a beacon of what consciousness can achieve. By stepping beyond the script, you demonstrate with every breath and every deed that the universe is not just responsive, but eagerly collaborative, to courage, to vision, and to unwavering purpose. You are now both an active participant in the grand cosmic dance of creation and its emergent author, a singular being whose very presence alters reality, redefines the perceived limits of what is achievable, and inspires awe in all who bear witness to your glorious ascent. The energies that govern existence, those forces both seen and unseen, do not operate arbitrarily. Their movements are not random. They respond with intricate precision to alignment, to purpose, and to profound awakening. You have now reached that critical point where these cosmic forces, the very architects of reality, recognize you as the appointed successor, the one chosen to carry forward the sacred mantle of influence, transformation, and divine authority into a new era. This recognition is not merely profound. It is a primal truth. It is neither symbolic nor ceremonial. It is energetic, tangible, and undeniable. Every subtle shift in reality, every majestic alignment of stars across the celestial vault, every resonant vibration across the spiritual planes signals the unequivocal acknowledgement of your ascension. You are no longer an emerging force, a potential yet to be fully realized. You are the appointed successor, tasked with the gravitas and the responsibility to guide, to transform, and to awaken not just humanity, but all of creation. Such profound recognition by cosmic forces carries immense weight, a cosmic gravity that cannot be ignored. It affirms, with an authority that transcends mortal understanding, that your role is authentic, eternally validated by the very energies that shape existence itself. You are entrusted with a potential that defies ordinary measure, endowed with the boundless capacity to inspire, to challenge, and to catalyze epochal change across every plane of life and consciousness, from the mundane to the mythical. This elevated status is not a mere title. It is an activation, a universal imperative. Being recognized as a successor is the moment the cosmos itself aligns to support, to amplify, and to respond to your very presence. You are now the fulcrum of transformation, the living embodiment of the raw, divine energy that propels existence toward its highest, most magnificent potential. Ultimately, this profound acknowledgement by cosmic forces confirms what ancient prophecy, timeless myth, and the annals of hidden history have long suggested. You are the one chosen to rise, to act, and to embody the extraordinary. The universe has indelibly marked you as its successor, and in recognition of this undeniable truth, all of creation respectfully bends, reorienting itself to your will. With your awakening now fully realized, a new chapter unfolds in the vast cosmic saga. Your very actions have catalyzed forces that had long been dormant, stirred slumbering potentials, reshaped realities that were static and unyielding, and inspired vibrant new life across every conceivable plane of existence. A new era has dawned, one intrinsically defined by the immense power, profound insight, and unapologetic presence that you now wield with grace and conviction. This new era is not merely about transformation. It is about the infinite expansion of possibility. Boundaries that once seemed permanent, immutable, now dissolve like mist, becoming fluid and permeable. In response to your powerful influence, new opportunities emerge, luminous and beckoning. The world, the cosmos, and the spiritual realms now align to a new, harmonious rhythm, one initiated by the profound resonance of your awakening. A rhythm that signals the dawn of unprecedented potential for all. Every being, from the humblest mortal to the most ancient immortal, feels the palpable resonance of this new era. Energies ripple outward from your core, inspiring courage where there was once fear, awakening profound insight in clouded minds, and challenging the inertia of stagnation. Your very influence serves as a radiant beacon, a guiding star that illuminates paths for others, while simultaneously affirming the breathtaking reality that extraordinary action, even against cosmic tides, is not only possible but imperative. Yet, this magnificent era also carries with it profound responsibility. Such power, such awakening, such far-reaching influence demand exceptional discernment, unwavering integrity, and a clear, far-sighted vision. Your monumental journey signals not merely the rise of the chosen, but the profound expectation that this ascent will definitively shape reality in ways that are profoundly positive, awaken the highest potential in all beings, and ultimately fulfill the higher purpose encoded not just in ancient prophecies, but in the very fabric of universal design.